All right. We have our next caller, Gaurav, lined up. Gaurav, a very good morning to you. How can we help you?
Hi, good morning. Thanks for accepting my call, first of all. And secondly, I would like to ask, should I hold Mazagon because I invested a bit heavily on it,
Okay.
consuming yeah. So I just wanted to ask if it's, should I hold on to it or should I just let it go? Because it's been falling. It started with a 2% raise when the market opened, but then again, now it's at 1% loss.
Right. Right. You intend to hold this from a longer term perspective. Did you see the fundamentals while buying Mazagon Dock?
Yeah, but the thing is, my 80% of the portfolio is in it. Like, I hold like big, I
Okay.
like 300 stocks. Yeah.
All right. Gaurav, I mean, I'm sure Astha will also add on to this, but it's not advisable to have such a high concentration of your portfolio in one particular stock. Astha, he's holding Mazagon Dock. He's sitting on a loss of roughly 20,000 odd rupees right now on the counter. With respect to the kind of, announcements that have come in the budget as well, plus the outlook on this particular counter, and of course, your advice on, him not holding 80% of his total portfolio in one particular stock.
Yes, definitely, because the concentration risk is always there. What we have seen that before the budget, everyone was just believing that definitely the government will increase their capex on the defense, on the infra, and that has not been the exact case. So every time if there is a issues in the economy, government has to plan their strategies accordingly, and they feel the need to revive the consumption rather than going for this area. So I think it's better. Every sector has their own cycle, so we should not concentrate our portfolio towards only one sector or one stock. And now talking about this counter, their year to date order book is very good. I mean, they have more than 70 billion of orders, which I suppose. So order book is very strong. In fact, in the last few quarters, their results were, very good. But now what we are believing that execution we need to see, and that is why the stock is not able to perform on all those fronts. So idea here is to not to add more, but whatever holding you have for Mazagon Dock, remain invested in that.
All right. Hari from Chennai is calling us. Hari, you've got a question on ITC hotels, right? What is it? Good morning.
Hi. Hey, good morning, Alex.
Good morning.
Talking to you and your team. This is one of the favorite show for me.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Alex. Alex, my question is regarding ITC hotels. Say, I got 30 after this the demerger.
Yes.
My question is whether we can accumulate the stock for the longer run, because I don't see any kind of numbers is available to see how is the valuation or anything. So I'm just looking for a 2 to 3 years of horizon so that I can start accumulating at a lesser volume, maybe over the course of time. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, Mahima has tracked this very, very closely. So let me just very quickly, before I toss to Astha, ask her to remind you what the fair value was and what the initial assumption was on ITC hotels. It has given up some of those, of course, but compared to peers, the multiples now make a little more sense. Is that right?
Absolutely. So the peg was that if it gets listed at 260, the multiple would be around 41 to 42 times in terms of price to earnings. But it got listed much lower than that. So its valuations were around 20 to 29 times, which is in comparison to IHCL. It's almost in line because IHCL stands at around 27 odd PE right now, 27 times odd PE right now. But another interesting fact, ITC hotels will be excluded mostly from BSE today if it doesn't hit a lower circuit, and this will be decided in the last 30 minutes of trading. This is from BSE. NSE is still expected, but from BSE it will be removed from the Nifty 50 today itself.
Yeah, and very interesting perspective also, Hari. A short while back, I would encourage you to just do a quick search for ITC hotels on NDTVProfit.com. I'll tell you why. The reason is that we'd spoken with the management not too long back, and they'd spoken about the kind of additions that they have. Was it 30 hotels?
No. So what they've said is that they'll do 180 hotels
180
by
hotels,
the end of FY30.
But it was more than expected.
Which was more than expected. They said they'll do 176, but then they've revised, their guidance, and they said that they'll do 186.
So
180.
So long story short, and we've spent a lot of time on this, but it is a stock that a lot of you will be interested in, particularly because you probably held ITC and you've got an allocation of ITC hotels. But Astha, on the fundamentals, would you hold on to this? Would you add more to your positions? And is this the stock that you would pick based on fundamentals and valuations in the hospitality space?
So we are very much positive on Indian hotel as of now, although ITC hotel is also looking good to us. But as we know that now the demerger has happened. And in fact, on 29th of January, when they have declared the results, so nothing has been, posted on those numbers. It was just a 70 lakh of profit, I suppose, if I'm not wrong with my numbers of the profit they have shown. So now the company is saying now they have to, show their performance in the coming quarters. So right now, rather than going for the ITC hotels, although it is a strong counter, but I think Indian hotel is better placed at this juncture. And let this stock perform on the financial front, and then we can add more. This is what I believe. So right now, my idea is whatever holding you have, keep invested in that. But if you want to add some more counter in this space, then Indian hotel is our preferable choice.
Okay.